In this video, I'll show you how, with these pieces of old wood, we can create an item that many people would love to have in their homes. The wood used will all be pine. These two pieces are 7.5 centimeters wide, while the other one is 10 centimeters wide. They are quite old materials. Despite the nail marks, I will repurpose them, and I'm sure you will like the final result. On the miter saw, I'll cut 6 pieces, each 45 centimeters long. You will see all the details and materials used in the project throughout the video. Watch until the end so you don't miss any step. From this piece, I'll remove the damaged, rotten ends and cut 2 pieces, each about 40 centimeters long. Before running the wood through the planer, I'll clean the surface using a steel brush. Now, I'll run all the pieces through the planer to get them to a uniform thickness. Haven't clicked the like button yet? Do it now and take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It's quick, free, and helps us a lot to keep bringing amazing content to you. On the table saw, I'll cut both sides of 2 pieces to make them nice and clean, straight, and 10 centimeters wide. The other 6 pieces will also be cut on both sides to 7 centimeters wide. On 4 of these 7 centimeter pieces, I'll make 60-degree angled cuts on one end. Then, I'll cut the other ends at a 30-degree angle. In the end, these pieces will be 42 centimeters long. Finally, I'll use the remaining 2 pieces to create 2 22 centimeter long pieces with 30-degree cuts on both ends. Here are all the cut pieces. Now, I'll go over all the measurements again. We have 4 pieces that are 7 centimeters wide and 42 centimeters long. All were cut with a 60-degree angle on one end and a 30-degree angle on the other. We also have 2 pieces that are 22 centimeters long and 7 centimeters wide with 30-degree cuts on both ends. Additionally, there are 2 larger pieces, each 43 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide. All pieces are 20 millimeters thick. Now, I'll use wood filler to fill the holes in some pieces, applying it with a metal spatula. Next, I'll sand everything using a random orbit sander with a 120 grit paper to smooth the surfaces. With the sanding finished, I'll begin making markings. I'll start with the piece that's 43 centimeters by 10 centimeters. I set the combination square to 2.5 centimeters and make a mark near the edge. Another one will be made near the center of the piece. I'll repeat this process on the opposite side of the same piece. Then, I'll adjust the square to 1.5 centimeters and make marks in the opposite direction from the previous ones, on both sides. Finally, I'll adjust it to 5.5 centimeters and repeat the markings, crossing the previous ones on both sides of the piece. This will give us two similar marks at each end of the piece. I'll repeat this process with the other 43 centimeter piece. Now, with the combination square set to 2.5 centimeters, I'll make a mark on one of the 42 centimeter pieces. This mark will be on the side cut at 60 degrees, approximately in the center of the piece. Next, I'll adjust the square to 3.5 centimeters, half the width of the piece, to mark in the opposite direction. Then, I'll change the square to 14.5 centimeters and make a mark in that direction, where we have the 30-degree cut. I'll readjust the square to 3.5 centimeters and make another mark in the opposite direction. Two holes will be made, one at 14.5 centimeters and another at 2.5 centimeters. I repeat the same marking process on this piece. On the other two pieces of 42 centimeters, I will only make the marking at 14.5 centimeters, excluding the 2.5 centimeters at the top. Using the manual drill, I use a 3.5 millimeter drill bit and a 10 millimeter countersink bit to make the holes at the marked points. These pieces are 10 centimeters wide, and the holes are made with a slight angle. Everything you need to get started in woodworking is in the description: tools, materials, and more. Don't miss out. On the 7 centimeter wide parts, I also make angled holes. At this point, the angle is reversed. Now, I begin the assembly. I take two 42 centimeter pieces, one with a hole on one side and the other without, position them, apply wood glue on the ends, and spread it well. I join the two pieces together and secure them using 3.5 millimeter by 40 millimeter screws. Then, I apply glue on the ends and position a 10 centimeter wide piece. I align them so the spacing is even on the sides, place another piece on top, and finish securing with screws. Now, I'll take this 22 centimeter piece and apply glue to both ends. Next, I'll place the piece. I'll use a ruler to check the spacing. I will use a C-clamp with small pieces of wood to apply the pressure. With the pieces in the correct position, I will proceed to place the screws. Here is the assembly of the first part completed. Now I'll repeat the same process with the other pieces. Done. The assembly of the second part is completed. I'll use pine wood dowels to cover the screw holes. I apply glue to the dowel, tap it with a hammer, clean the excess, and use a Japanese saw to make a flush cut. The same procedure will be done for the other holes. I'll use an orbital sander to fully sand the pieces. For the painting, I will apply wood sealer mixed with a special stain for varnishes and sealers in brown. The dilution is done with thinner. The application will be done with an electric sprayer. After painting, I'll install small supports to hang the items on the wall. Are you enjoying the content? Then click the like button and share this video with friends who love woodworking. Well folks, here is the finished project. A set of decorative niches in the shape of a pyramid. I'd love to hear your opinion about the project. What did you think of this idea? Let me know in the comments. I'll leave other projects on the screen that you will enjoy. Take a look. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.